But core morals, the way you live your life, I think they will remain forever.
Some people take it as like, this is wrong, this is right. And I think the world's there's too much gray for that to be.
I feel that they are a bit outdated in today's society.
No, I think some are relevant, some seem to be old-fashioned. It comes down to the way you interpret it, I think.
I think some of the views are old and irrelevant now, but some of them still stand, like, be kind and take care of others. But some of them, like, have sex after marriage doesn't really apply anymore.
I think that a lot of them are still, important to be followed, like don't steal, don't kill, like those kind of things.
So it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like maybe we should start revising them in this day and age.
And I think some people should kind of adapt it to the modern day.
In the letter to the Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, it says this: "Don't copy the behavior of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you."
One Bible translator, J.B. Phillips, puts it this way: "Don't let the world around you squeeze you into its mold."
I had this really good friend named Josh, and he and I used to drive to and from university together. One day on our way to school, he started asking me questions about faith. I mean, he knew I was a Christian and wanted to know if that meant that I wasn't allowed to have any fun. He asked me questions like, are you allowed to drink? Are you allowed to make out with girls? Are you allowed to do this or that? And I tried to explain to him that it wasn't really about me being allowed or not allowed to do one thing or another, as if I was afraid God was going to strike me with lightning. But that God really loved me, and God has a plan for my life, and He wants what's best for me. Following Jesus is not God's cosmic plan to steal your fun. He wants to give you life, and life to the fullest.
Yeah, God has a good plan for your life, and He doesn't want to keep it a secret. I hope one day to be a really great dad. Now, I'm not going to let my kids do whatever they want. I'm going to have some rules and boundaries for them, but I want to protect them, and I want to help them do the things that they love and enjoy. I want to teach them what they'll need to be successful in every area of life. I want them to know how to have great relationships. I want them to enjoy life. God is a better father than I could ever be. He wants the best for us, and we can trust His direction and instructions for life. Imagine driving down the street without any rules for the road. No lights, no signals, no right-of-way, no speed limit, no crosswalks. Imagine there were no rules at all. What would happen? Or imagine a soccer game, or as some people call it, football, with no rules. Every player is free to decide what's okay and how to score goals. Someone might pick up the ball with their hands, spin around, hit someone in the face, run outside the lines and say, "That's worth 5 points." That's not soccer at all. Soccer without the rules isn't fun or free. It's chaos.
And God gives us boundaries so that we can enjoy life to the fullest. And this is the great paradox. God's instructions don't restrict us, they make us free.
And when I first became a Christian, I dreamed of becoming a rich and famous NBA player. For God, of course. But I can tell you honestly that I'm glad I didn't. I'm thrilled with what God has done in my life. I didn't have to decide what to do with my life. Instead, step by step, I've discovered what God has for me. I started trusting God when I was 17. And now, years later, I'm more confident than ever that God knows what's best for me and that He wants what's best for me. And not just for me. God has a plan for you too, for the people you'll meet, the things you'll do, and the places you'll go.